Hi everyone, welcome to the class. Happy Wednesday morning. Great to see you all. So today's sequence is focusing a little bit more on the hips, so a little bit of hip mobility, hip opening. Take it nice and easy if you feel a little tight or a little stiff first thing in the morning. We are here to nicely energize your body and prepare your body for the day ahead of you. Regarding props, the usual, always have a couple of blocks close to you or books if you need them, and something to maybe sit on or kneel on, like a little pillow. I have this one little pillow or cushion or something, especially if you are working with a bit of a hard flooring underneath your mat. It's always great to support your knees and support your bum when we sit it. So good morning all and enjoy the class. Switch on my camera. That's fine, lovely. They're absolutely fine. You can turn that off. You don't have to be seen. I know most of you are having a kids running around or what have you. Absolutely fine if you don't want to use your camera. I absolutely understand that. Go guys. Hi. Good morning. You can join as well. Okay, guys, let's do this. Let's all meet in a cross-legged seating position. And I would like your left leg to be at the front of your right. So cross-legged seat. And regarding the space within the room and or around the mat, we'll need a bit of a space for like to extend out to the sides. So if you need to turn your mat around or go through a different direction of your mat, go for it, as you're going to extend the leg in this direction out of your mat, just slightly. So I'm not gonna need much space around the mat, but just a little bit of leg extensions. So let's all have the left leg at the front of your right, and let's all meet in a cross-legged seat. Let your palms to rest on the top of your thighs as you slide them just a little lower, closer towards your pelvis. Let your eyes to close down. Just find a bit of stillness and quietness with your eyes closed. Just start bringing awareness inside of your body. Notice how your body is feeling first thing in the morning. Notice the way you sit. Thighs nice and heavy. Ground and root through the sitting bones as the crown of the head is reaching up to the sky. So try to create more length through the spine. Let your shoulders to be nice and heavy as you just gently bring them together at the back, lifting through the heart center, create more space at the heart center as you shine your heart forward. Bring your awareness into your breaths and start taking deep, long inhales through the nose. And deep, long exhales through the nose. You can continue working the eyes closed if that works for you, or just gently bring your eyes open now. Next time you're going to start reaching the arms all the way out to the side. Reach up and lengthen as much as you can. And on the exhale, bring your palms together and all the way down through the heart center as you tuck your chin to your chest. 2 more times like that, just waking up the shoulders, waking up the arms. Nice big circle, reach and lengthen, keep your thighs heavy. Find a middle position, reach the arms up by your sitting bones are grounding to the earth. And on the exhale, palms to come close towards one another and press them against one another as you tuck your chin to your chest, going all the way down. One more time like a nice big half circle with your arms and reach them up. Maybe look up as you send your chin away from the chest. Bring your palms together and watch your palms to touch. As you start tucking the chin towards your chest and bringing the palms all the way to the heart center. Start bringing the fingers all the way towards the front of your mat, but I want you to keep the spine exactly as we just created. Nice and long and straight. Just gently hinge forward from the pelvis, so start waking up the glutes a little bit more. Start feeling a little sensation through the outer hips. Walk your fingers just a little bit more forward if you haven't found that sensation yet. Wherever you are, where the spine is long, shoulders down and away from your ears, thighs and sitting bones grounding to the earth. Find a bit more length as we crawl the fingertips further forward next time you inhale. And on your exhale, start falling all the way down. Bring a bit of softness across the belly as you tuck your chin to your chest and maybe drop your forehead all the way down to the earth. Just notice the sensation around the lower back as well as those hips. From here, keep your arms nice and long as you're just walking your head all the way off to the left side. So the chest comes on the top of your left knee, left thigh, as we ground through the right sitting bone to create a bit of a side body stretch here. Keeping the upper back nice and rounded for now. Just noticing the sensation, slowly waking up the body. So take it just a little bit easier. Start sliding the hand all the way in towards you, back through the sits. Extend your left leg out to the side. Keep the right leg as it is for a moment. Nothing too wide, just extending out to the side. The right palm will find the floor behind us at the back of your right hip. Sweep your left hand, we lift the sitting bones off the floor as we find a nice big opening through the front of your body. Think about your position here as the left fingertips are reaching towards the back right corner of your mat. And the toes of your left leg are pressing to the floor, going the opposite direction. Drive hips just a little bit more forward, press the right palm to the floor, start energizing through that body. Start bringing the sitting bones back onto the floor as your left hand slides onto the inside of your left leg. You don't have to go too far, maybe inside of the shin, maybe the calf. Some of you might be able to reach the foot, but don't go too crazy. And now we bring the right arm up and over, so thinking about the stretch through the right side of the body. Really expand, drive your right thigh, right sitting onto the floor as we go in towards the direction of your left foot with the fingertips of your right hand. See if you can roll the ribcage up as you bring your chin a little closer towards the right armpit. Full breath in as we are. And a nice big full breath out. Start slowly returning back through the center and just slide your left foot in as we come into a butterfly sit. Again, finding a nice tall spine, sending the pelvis forward, so hold into your ankles. Shoulders down and away from our ears, finding the length through the spine as we lean forward, seated cat and cow. So the next movement, very similar to cat and cow to what we usually do kneeling, and we need to bring those movements here. Connect your momentum to your breath. Inhale through the center, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bring your chin forward, chest forward. And on the exhale, keep holding onto your shins as we send the tailbone down. Roll back through the sitting bones as you tap your chin to your chest. So we waken up the spine from the tip of your neck, all the way down to the tailbone. Open up the hips and the glutes at the same time, so keep pressing the thighs to the earth. One more time like that, moving slow, move with control. Find a deeper release and deeper stretch with each exhale. Gorgeous work. Let's all meet back in the center and now slide your right leg at the front of your left. So all have the right shin at the front of the left. Find the top of your sitting bones to sit on and we go straight onto the inside. Inhale to reach those arms up nice and high to the sky. Lengthen. Reach up, look up just a little bit more. And then bring your palms together at the top of your head as you press the palms against one another and drive them all the way to your heart center. Tuck your chin and just let your fingers stick find the floor at the front of the shin, and maybe this is all we do and all we have. If you're already feeling a sensation, that is exactly what we're looking for. Hold here. On the inhale, we lengthen, send the tailbone back and pelvis tilts forward so we can access the lower back just a little bit more. And on the exhale, see if you can walk the fingers inch by inch, breath by breath, finding more release, more sensation, more stretch somewhere back going a little easier first thing in the morning. This time, see if you can find a bit of a sway from side to side here, rolling from right to left, from left to right, bringing more movement into the body. We go in easy, we go in kind and gentle. And with the movement, start bringing the forehead closer to the floor. Some of you might be able to reach the forehead all the way down. Not only go as low as your body allows you to go, think about the opposition again. So we're keeping the length of the spine by crawling the fingertips forward as you keep your sitting bones grounding to the earth. From here, start walking your hands off to the right side, so the chest to cover the top of your right thigh as you walk your hands as far out to the right as they go. Notice the left might want to lift off the floor now. The left hip might want to lift. Don't let that happen. Keep pressing the left sitting onto the floor, maybe even more now. Drive the left thigh down to create a stretch through the left side of your body. Let's all start sliding hands back in towards us into the seated position. Extend the right leg out to the side. Nothing too wide, nothing too strong. Just a comfortable half straddled seat. The left arm to find the floor beside you. Keep your chest elevated, nice and proud. As we lift the right arm or sweep the right arm forward. Send those hips forward as you activate your glutes. So now as we activation through the back of your body, as we open up the front body, as well as the right side. So fingertips of your right hand are going the opposite direction as the right big toe. Full breath in, really lift and lengthen through the heart center. And then start slowly returning back to the starting position as we bring the back down. Your right hand slides down the inside of your right leg, maybe thigh, maybe calf, maybe foot. You might be able to grab the heel. Just reach the left hand up and over and again roll the rib cage up. Doesn't matter how far, how low you are. We're looking at the sensation, not looking at what the pose look like. We're looking for a release. See if you can go just a little lower as you reach towards the right foot with the fingertips of your left. But keep the chest rolling up, like you're going to bring the chin nice and close to the left armpit. One last breath as we are. Gorgeous work. And a release. Let's all return back into the center. Just cross your right leg at the front of your left. Roll through the knees into the tabletop or take your feet out to the side to make your way to the tabletop, all fours. Gorgeous. With that, press the palms to the floor, curve your toes under. Drive your sitting bones to your heels, so give the arches of your feet a bit of a stretch here. Press all the 10 toes to the floor. And just hold it for an extra breath. Really important to stretch out through the feet, through the ankles as well. So just find your press through all the 10 toes to the floor. You might not feel much. For some of you, this could be really intense sensation. So ease off if we need to. And then from here, just start lifting the knees off the floor as we all meet in a downwards facing dog. Keep your knees nice and soft and bent. Just have a look at your feet. So we need to keep your neck nice and long as you drive your sitting bones up to the sky and heels to the floor to create the opposition again and to create a length at the back of your body. Never looking into the knee joint, so always keeping a softness at the back of your knees so the blood can flow through the tissues, through the ligaments, through the joints. Start walking, so I want you to press the heels to the floor one at a time. Driving the heels to the floor as we bend and extending one leg at a time. Gorgeous. From here, just a couple more like that. Driving the heels to the floor, bend, extending one leg at a time. Now let's bring the down dog into the stillness once you find that the ankles are nice and warm, the calves a little bit more stretched. Keep your left heel pressed into the floor as you bend your right knee. I want you to start creating a 3 big circles just with the right hip joints. Nothing else is moving. Your chest to stay square. Your left leg stays nice and extended as you move deeply into the right hip joints. One last big circle here. We'll continue with the sequence. We'll return back to the left leg in a minute. Bring the right foot to the floor as you start walking your down dog. So start walking the feet all the way to your hands. Heel toes, take your hands for a walk as well as we all meet at the front of your mat. Bend into the back of your knees, find a nice big fold, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, halfway, slide your fingers up your shins. As you find a length through the spine, send your chin forward, lengthen through the spine, stretch out through the legs. And on your exhale, bend your knees, take the back of your calves or the back of your legs as you give yourself that massive hug. Bend your knees as much as you need to and pull yourself towards your left. Let go of the arms, stay nice and heavy, tuck your chin to your chest as we start slowly rolling up through the spine. We go one vertebra at a time, all the way up into the standing position. Just a little bit of balance play here to wake up the thighs just a little bit more. Bring your palms together into your heart center as you shift your weight onto the left foot. The right knee to come up. Find a balance. Look at one point right in front of you. Start waking up the hip flexors as well as the quad of your right leg. No hands needed as they are connected to your heart center. Look at one point and stay present when we're working on balancing. Activate through the glutes of your left leg and stabilize through the left ankle joints. We come into the warrior 3. Start kicking the right leg back behind you. We start gazing down towards the front of your mat as we fully extend through the right leg, squeeze into the right glute. Keep balancing. Notice the left ankle wobbling a little bit. Let that be. We're building up the strength. We're building up the hips. Bend into your left knee as you quietly and gently drop your right foot back and come into the crescent lunge. If you would like to, or the pose didn't happen just yet, walk your feet a little wider. On inhale, we reach those arms up. Bend into your left knee. Stay nice and long. And as you exhale, just bring the palms together into your heart center as we sink just a little lower. So table tucked under, you can soften into your back knee if this is a little too strong, and just stay nice and low. Lovely work. We're coming into the warrior two. We bring those arms up again one more time. And on the exhale, the right heel presses to the floor. So we roll through the ball of the right foot, open into the warrior two. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Full breath in as you are, look beyond the middle finger of your left hand. Sink the hips just a little over as we drive the left knee on the top of your left ankle. As you exhale, building up the strength, the buoyancy through the legs. Inhale to lift, so I want you to straighten through the left leg. Start reaching forwards. The hips to go towards the back of your mat. Cartwheel the arms as we come into the triangle pose. A little easier variation. So the right palm to find the right thigh or your shin. Left palm to find the left thigh, left shin. Right hand to reach up. Stack the shoulders on the top of one another, hips on the top of one another as you find a release. If the shoulders are ready, I want you to drive your right arm, be nice and close to the right ear. Full breath in. And as you exhale, press the left foot to the floor. Let's all return back into the warrior two. Sink those hips just a little lower. See if you can drive the knee in the same direction as your foot. Cartwheel the arms, press the palms to the floor as you slide your left foot to meet your right in a downward facing dog. Gorgeous. Little breather. Again, we walking those feet to the floor, pressing them one at a time all the way down to the earth. Bring your down into the stillness. Have a look at your feet. This time, keep your right heel pressing to the floor. Bend your left knee, start circling. So big circles through the left hip joints. Notice any click, any pops that your hip joint is making. Oh, good. We're just waking up the muscles surrounding the hip joint so we can stabilize the hip joints and keep the hip nice and healthy for our everyday tasks. Walking, sitting is so important. And then bring your left foot down to the floor as we start taking it down for a walk. One foot at a time, all the way towards your hands. Bend your knees as much as you need to, challenging the hamstring flexibility a little bit more. If this is not happening for you, just walk your feet forward and take it into the full body. Looks like we are all there. Perfect. Bend your knees, a little halfway lift, so you slide your fingers up your shins. Extend the legs as you look forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together, long spine, long legs. And as you exhale, bend your knees, bring your belly all the way down to your thighs as you hug the back of your legs and pull yourself even closer to forehead to the shin. Keep your arms nice and heavy, head heavy as we start rolling up through the spine, the knees stay soft. Take it all the way up into the standing position, one vertebra at a time. Once you're up on the top, circle the arms, reach those arms up nice and high to the sky as we bring the palms together and to your heart center. Shift your weight onto your right foot, stabilize through the right ankle, the left knee will float up. Notice in the core straight away engaging the hip flexor as well as the quads. Legs nice and strong. Open up into the chest. Find a balance. Grounding and rooting through the right sole of your foot. Coming into the warrior three, on inhale, lengthen just a little bit more, keeping the core nice and tight. And on the exhale, we extend the left leg back, go slow, so we won't lose the balance. Be in control of your body as well as of your breath. We're looking down to the floor, fully extend through the left foot, keep your hips square, flexing through the left foot. And then bend your right knee as you quite gently lower the left foot all the way back to the floor. Readjust when needed, maybe shuffle it back to further back if you have a little bit more in your legs. Tuck the tailbone under, soften into your back knee if we need to, as I want you to find a nice low crescent lunge. Inhale to reach those arms up, find length through the side body by your hips to stay nice and heavy. On the exhale, warrior two, roll through the ball of your left foot as we press the arm bridge of your left foot to the earth. Keep your shoulders down on the top of your hips as the right knee stays going the same direction as your right toes. Look beyond the middle finger of your right hand, keep your shoulders down and heavy, core nice and tight, triangle pose. Start straightening through the right leg. Reach forward through the fingertips of your right hand. If you can't go any further forward, cartwheel the arms. The right palm to find the thigh, maybe the shin. As we stack the left shoulder on the top of your right and start looking up. And maybe this is all we have today. Or see if you can bring the left bicep all the way to your left ear to elongate through the left side of your body just a little bit more. Full breath in, controlling the balance. Full breath out. Beautiful triangles. Soften into the right. Let's all return back into a strong warrior two. Perhaps sink those hips just a little lower. Reach those fingers the opposite direction. Cartwheel the arms. We all be back in a downward facing dog. As you slide your right foot to meet your left back into the table. Gorgeous. Let's all drop the knees to the floor. And we're going to start with the left leg this time so you can see what's going on. Press the tops of your feet down. 3 hip circles here. So we need to take your knee up nice and high. Let's circle up for 3. Make the movements nice and big, making sure the chest will stay square. We're not bringing these into the twist. It's all about the left hip joint. Any direction, 3 big circles. Once you finish the third one, I want you to lift the knee all the way out to the side. Extend the right leg, so left leg out to the side. So left leg is long and straight. Left solo if it's somewhere in line with the right knee. The right palm stays as it is. The left arm will lift up. Find a rotation through the chest and look up to the sky. And on the exhale, a little variation of thread the middle post. So the left hand to go underneath your right armpit, and maybe this is where we are. See if you can bring your right elbow and bring the left shoulder a little closer to the floor. So we're looking at a little rotation through the mid-back, as well as you might feel a stronger sensation through the left inner thigh. Holding here for extra breaths, and you're sitting on the back as you keep that twist. Breathing in and breathing out. Gorgeous. Press the right palm back onto the floor. We're coming into the half gate pose. Very similar to what we did standing. Lift those hands up and turn the toes of your left leg to point out to the ceiling. Arms to the side. Think about this as your warrior two. Arms look beyond the middle finger of your left hand. Start reaching towards the direction of your left foot. If you can't go any further forwards, cartwheel the arms. So your left hand to find the thigh, pushing. Some of you might be able to reach the floor now. So looking at the deeper right side of the body stretch as you bring your right bicep to your right armpit, sending those hips forward, strong engagement through the glutes. Maybe you have a block close to you, grab the block underneath the right palm, or just hold on to the right thigh, left thigh, or your left shin. One last breath here. Looking great, everyone. And let's return back through the center as you exhale. Slide your left knee all the way back into the tabletop to meet your right. If you need to readjust, we're going to extend the right leg, so shuffle slightly out to the side if you need to. 3 big circles. Let's go into the right hip joint just a little deeper with those movements. I want you to go slow, so when we take the knee up, I want you to feel the hamstring and a glute engagement. As you're taking the knee out to the side, I want you to feel the gluteus medius or the outer hip working. And as you bring the knee all the way to your shoulder, I want you to feel the hip flexor working. Those muscles need to be nice and strong to support the biggest joint in our body. Once you finish your third circle, lift the right knee up. And extend the right leg out to the side. Careful not to kick or your furniture or whatever you have close to you. And we place the right foot to the floor somewhere in line with the left knee. Press the outer edge of your right foot to the floor. The left palm stays down as your right arm will open. Find a rotation through the chest. Drive your sitting bones further back. Lift and open. And on the exhale, right arm to slides underneath your left as you find a little threaded needle. Maybe this is where we are. It might feel a little sticky, might feel a little tight. If you have a little bit more in you, see if you can bring the right shoulder all the way down to the earth. So we're looking at a little twist through the mid-back to access the lower back more. And as well, you might start feeling that right inner thigh getting a yummy relief. Full breath in. And a nice big full breath out. Gorgeous work. Press the left arm back onto the floor. Gate pose. Lift those hands off the floor, send the pelvis forward so the lower leg stays spacious. And turn the toes of your right leg so they're now facing up. Arms out to the side, look beyond the middle finger of your right hand, reach forward towards the right big toe. If you can't go any further, cartwheel the arms. The right palm to find the thigh or your shin, or maybe the floor on the inside of the right back. So legs forward just a little bit more. The left bicep is now start slowly reaching towards the left ear. See if you can roll the chest up as you send your chin nice and close to the left armpit. One last breath, we're guiding those hips forward. We squeeze it into the glutes, open up into the side body. And slowly, slowly release. Back through the center. Slide your right foot back in. And let's return back into the tabletop. Gorgeous work. For one more last time, downwards facing dog. Drive the hips up and back. This time, keep your legs straight and keep your down dog in a complete stillness. Sending the tailbone just a little bit higher. Separate the sitting bones. Press the heels down. On inhale, the right leg to go up. Flex through the right foot. Send the energy all the way back through the heel like you want to kick the wall behind you. And then look forward as we bring the right knee to the right wrist. Like you're going into the pigeon pose, but we're not going to the pigeon. Slide your left leg back and bend your left knee. So we need to create a 90-degree position with both of the legs. Front leg 90 degrees, back leg 90 degrees, back knee somewhere in line with the hip. Flex both of your feet and front shin parallel to the front of your mat. Keep your hips and your chest nice and square. If just coming into the shape is challenging for you, I would highly recommend to take a block or a blanket or a pillow and slide it underneath the right hip. With the spine straight, start walking the hands forward exactly as we did at the beginning of the class. Keep the spine nice and long and start noticing the sensation through the right hip, right glute. And we're taking it slightly off to the left side. So I want your foot, the right foot, to be underneath your chest. So we're going off to the left side. With it. And this is where we hold for a few breaths. So find a variation again that works for you. You might be just holding here in the center and that's enough for you. Honor that, stay there, close down the eyes and breathe. If you're searching for more sensation to intensify it, we're walking the hands off to the left side. And then with your eyes closed, just start slowing down that breath. Press the right sitting bone to the floor as the right hip is now something that we're focusing on. We're opening and we're creating a space at. The spine can be heavy. Tuck your chin to your chest as you let your forehead to drop to the earth. Whichever variation you add, take it easy. Last 3 rounds of breath. It should be pretty intense, pretty strong sensation. So go a little easier and breathe into the sensation. One last breath. Gorgeous work. And let's all return back through the center. So return to the tabletop, however that works for you. Curl your toes under and just one reset breath in your down dog. Look at your feet. Take a full breath in through the nose. Full breath out. And then tailbone just a little higher. Send the left leg back and away from you. Flex through the foot to create a length on inhale. And on the exhale, start bringing the left knee to the left wrist. Like you're going into the pigeon. Slide your right knee back. Just bend into the right knee and take your front foot forward. So we're looking at the 90-degree position. Maybe this is already where you're feeling the sensation. Hands to floor. Walk your hands forward. Start pausing where you feel that. And take it all the way to the right side. Go slow, go easy. Explore the movement. Once you find that sweet little spot, that's where we hold and pause. This is our last shape for today. So bring the stillness into it. Once you find the sensation, pressing the left hip down. And let go of any last bit of attention that you still might be holding in your body. Neck nice and long. Tuck your chin to your chest as you want to drop your forehead down to the earth. Returning back to the neutral with a breath. Let the breath to flow in and out through the nose. Last 3 breaths. Facial muscles nice and loose. Falling deeper and deeper. Finding more heaviness across the body. More softness across the body. Find a breath, the deepest, the longest inhale through the nose. And completely let go as you exhale. Start on walking your hands back through the center and just bring your right leg forwards to cross over your left. Let's all meet in a crossed-legged seated position. Bring your palms into your lap with your dominant hands underneath your less dominant and let your shoulders to fall. Tuck your chin to your chest. You can gently round through the upper back. And with your eyes closed, just notice how your body is feeling now. Thighs nice and happy. If you have more time, lie down into your Shavasana. If you, however, do have to go, let's kickstart today. Next time, inhale, start reaching your arms all the way up to the sky as you bring your palms together and to your heart center. Bow forward, thank yourself for your time and for your practice, honoring your body and honoring your practice wherever you are with it today. Namaste. Happy work. Thank you all so much for joining this morning. Have an amazing Wednesday. Any last stretches that you need right now, bring you here. Otherwise, enjoy the Wednesday and I'll see you back on next week. Have a lovely day. See you soon. Thank you. Thank you, Nadia. Great to see you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Rennie. Thank you, Annette. I'm glad you like it. Thank you, Wendy. Good to see you, lovely. Bye-bye. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Alvina.